Hey everyone, welcome back to your favorite pirate crew. Today we are going to talk about Dragon revealing that he trained Akainu. If you would like to see more about One Piece in our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our pirate crew. But pirates, before we continue with the video, I ask that you already subscribe to our channel. That way you will join our pirate crew and earn a devil fruit or master your favorite haki. It would also help our crew a lot if you leave your thumbs up on today's video, so together we can become Yonkos. Now let's continue with today's video. The relationship between Akainu and Dragon has always been a big mystery in the story of One Piece. Things get even more suspicious when we analyze that we never knew anything about Dragon's past, and consider that Sakazuki seems to especially hate him. But for what reason do they, in fact, have a past together? Let's try to remember everything we know about Dragon and connect it with Akainu's attitudes and the possibility of the two of them having a history in the past. Monkey D. Dragon, also known as the Rebel Dragon, is the infamous Supreme Commander of the Revolutionary Army. He has been trying to overthrow the world government and is labeled as the world's worst criminal. He is the father of Monkey D. Luffy and son of Monkey D. Garp, having been born in the Kingdom of Go as well as them. He was also responsible for saving Sabo after the latter nearly drowned in an attack by the world noble, eventually making the boy his second in command. As leader of the Revolutionary Army, Dragon is dedicated to dismantling the world government and its corrupt nobility system that allows its world nobles to oppress the lower-class citizens as they please. He considers the corrupt nobility in his homeland, the Kingdom of Goa, the same problem on a smaller scale, and was furious when their selfish actions caused an innocent noble like Sabo to denounce them. When he rescued Sabo the day after he was attacked by a world noble's ship, Dragon was shown with a powerful look of anger on his face. Dragon is usually seen with a serious and business-oriented disposition, and takes care to keep himself highly informed about world events and educate his subordinates about relevant objects and events in current affairs. Dragon is quick to warn his subordinates against celebrating small victories, reminding them of the war they are in and the great power of the world government. However, he has been shown smiling as he reflects on the changing course of the world, particularly his son Luffy's role as a pirate. Dragon is extremely secretive about his personal life and history, as he did not tell anyone in the Revolutionary Army that he was Garp's son or Luffy's father, and once shut down an attempt by Ivankov to ask if he had family in the world. When news of his family ties came out after the Marineford Summit War, Dragon noted that it would help his subordinates see him as a human for the first time. Dragon has shown himself to be an empathetic person, especially to those who are oppressed by the world government system. He checked to see if a young Sabo man was okay after seeing him thrown to the ground, and did not hesitate to take his report to the nobles of the Goa Kingdom very seriously. He is very concerned about the plight of people who are oppressed by the world government and its member islands, and seeks them out to invite them to join his struggle for freedom. He also cares about the members and associates of his army, as shown when he asked Koal if Nico Robin was doing well. When he was under the impression that Portgas Diaz was Dragon's son, Emporio Ivankov hoped Dragon would go to Marineford to save Ace, showing that Dragon has love and affection for his family, and possibly his son, Luffy, despite not being involved in his childhood. As Supreme Commander of the Revolutionary Army, Dragon has the most authority over a powerful and globally active paramilitary that has become a prominent threat to the expansive and secular world government in just a few years. Dragon's actions have earned him the distinction of being the world's worst criminal, but he has managed to lead a largely secure existence despite the world's greatest powers being behind him. After Luffy tells Emporio Ivankov that Ace is his brother, the Okama Queen greatly fears the possibility of the world government warring against Dragon along with Whitebeard. Although his individual combat skills are unknown, he is able to command extremely powerful army officers, such as his chief of staff Sabo and the 5 commanders who have been shown fighting and defeating notable pirates and marines on the Grand Line. When Sengoku told everyone about his relationship with Luffy, most people were stunned, including Gecko Moria of the Shichibukai and members of the Whitebeard Pirates. That reputation alone was enough for Luffy to be branded as a potential future danger, and for Damalo Black to take advantage through acting. Dragon himself was able to catch Smoker's jet when the Marine captain was preparing to use it on Luffy, quickly stopping him in his tracks. And despite Dragon's high criminal status, Smoker was not seen making the effort to try to arrest him. Furthermore, Ivankov noted that Luffy's inhuman will to live and impel down made sense for a son of Dragon, indicating that Dragon has a similar level of tenacity. While in the Kingdom of Go and Log Town, strong gusts of wind occurred in Dragon's vicinity, which helped him achieve his goals in both places. It remains unconfirmed whether Dragon was directly responsible for these wind gusts or whether he has a power that allows him to create them. Furthermore, Dragon was somehow able to reach Sabo's ship that was sinking off the coast of Dawn Island and grab it just before it sank without drawing the attention of any bystanders. Dragon wishes to overthrow the world government by overthrowing the world nobles who run it due to hatred of their ability to take away people's freedom and even their lives for nothing but their own interests. He takes the powers of the world government extremely seriously due to his enormous military power, particularly with Cypher Paul. Likewise, Dragon is seen by the world government as one of, if not the biggest threat in the world today, being labeled as the world's worst criminal. This threat was first raised 8 years ago during Levely, when Thalassa Lucas warned the other rulers present that he would be a danger to the world in 5 to 6 years. This warning proved correct, and Dragon is now an extremely infamous criminal. When the headquarters of the Revolutionary Army was discovered by Blackbeard's pirates, the world government immediately sent the Marines and Cypher Paul to storm it. Dragon has deep contempt for them, having learned of their attempt to kill all the people in Sabo's Grey Terminal, who begged Dragon not to reject his request. Dragon initiated a secret rescue operation to save the people living there and questioned whether the victims would be willing to fight the tyranny and board his ship. Analyzing their abilities and possible knowledge about the world, as well as the hatred generated by Sakazuki at the mention of his name, what can we do to connect them? Dragon is the leader of the revolutionaries and wants to overthrow the government, and is obviously a natural enemy of Akainu, who follows his strong ideals of justice. We are still completely unaware of both characters' backgrounds. However, Akainu shows a sort of visceral hatred for Dragon, spending the entire war trying to kill Luffy without a second thought. Even though he had Ace right in front of him, right in front of his attacks, he chose to continue chasing the Straw Hat without a second thought. Akainu continued to call him Son of the Dragon throughout the arc, not referring to him by his real name. The most famous theories involving these two are sure to mention the possibility that Dragon was put by Garp to work in the Marines at a young age, just as he wished to do with Luffy. There, he probably met Sakazuki and became friends. Throughout his time in the Marines, Dragon probably saw the corruption and mistreatment of the other races by the world government. It is possible that he knows some of the darker secrets of the world nobles. Remember, Garp is a top-notch Marine, someone who could probably get into married joys without a problem. So he could have brought Dragon along with him, who in turn probably saw some things that completely disillusioned him about the world government. This could also be why Dragon is the most wanted man in the world. He knows things that ordinary people shouldn't. He knows the forbidden truths, but there may be something even deeper between them. Both are of similar ages, but as we always see in shonen, it's possible that Dragon was the kind of prodigy student that made Sakazuki need to work hard to catch up, and possibly wished he was as amazing as him. Whether it be a rival or a master and student relationship, we can say that both would be really possible for the story. Could Dragon have been a pretty admirable person to Akainu, who later ended up teaching him everything he knows these days, but rebelled at seeing him go against everything he taught and dedicated himself to? It would make a lot of sense with the story and justify Sakazuki's deep-rooted hatred. However, we will only know the truth when we are introduced to the past of these two. But let us know in the comments what you think about this theory. That's it, my Straw Hat Pirate. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for a video, don't forget to comment below, because I'll be reading them all as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your pirate crew.